I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and in this video I'm going to give you my top picks for stubby front bumpers fitting your 2007 to 2018 JK. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, that way you can check out some other comparison videos like this one, as well as detailed videos on all the products we offer on the website. Now, there are a few different reasons to install an aftermarket front bumper on your Jeep, specifically a stubby front bumper. Now, an aftermarket front bumper in general is going to give you some greater protection, some different styling, and also some different features than you would get from a factory front bumper, especially features that are very helpful off-road. A stubby front bumper is going to give you an even more aggressive off-road style, as well as additional clearance for some big tires. If you are running 37s on your JK, oftentimes you will have some clearance issues with a full-width front bumper and those tires, so a stubby bumper will take care of that. Now, a stubby bumper being so much smaller than a full-width often doesn't have quite as much room for all of the features you would be able to pack into a much larger bumper. However, there are some options out there that are a little bit pricier that do offer a ton of features in that small package, and we are going to talk about that option as well today. So, the three bumpers that I want to talk about today are the Rugged Ridge XHD modular front bumper base. That's going to be a very, very basic bumper. You can always add to it, being a modular bumper, but in the form we're going to talk about today, it's going to be the most basic and least expensive option. We're also going to talk about the Barricade Extreme HD stubby front bumper, which is a very well put together, very solid front bumper at a very fair price. And then we're going to go into the Arctic Industries Nighthawk front bumper, which is going to be toward the top of the price range, but is also incredibly well built and has a ton of features packed into that tiny package. So let's get into the options. My first pick is this Rugged Ridge XHD modular front bumper base, and this is a very, very simple front bumper. Now, I know this is a modular front bumper. You can build this into something really big with a ton of features, but we're going to talk about it in its current trim as just the base. This does have two spots for your factory fog lights, which is a nice feature, but this does not have a winch mount. It does not have D-rings. It doesn't have any sort of hoop or light mounts or anything like that. This is going to be a very, very simple front bumper, and it's also going to be less expensive than a lot of the other options out there because it is such a simple bumper. Now, by the time you went and added a bunch of things onto it, if you chose to do that, these can get pretty pricey. But again, in the trim we're talking about it today, this is going to be the most simple front bumper and also the least expensive. My next pick is this Barricade Extreme HD stubby front bumper, and this is going to be for those of you that want a few more off-road features but don't want to step up to that top tier price tag. This is going to have a ton of features packed into it, so let's talk about those for a minute. The first thing you're going to notice is that this does not have a spot for the factory fog lights like the Rugged Ridge XHD bumper did. However, it does have mounting points for quite a few other lights if you choose to mount them. So this actually has two separate mounting tabs up on this bar up on the top here. So one is perfectly spaced for a 21-inch light bar. The other is somewhere that you can put a more traditional single post light, so a smaller cube or an old school halogen light, whatever you wanted to put up there. So lots of mounts up here. Now those are all on this hoop, which of course is also something that we didn't have on that basic modular front bumper from Rugged Ridge. So this hoop is going to offer a little bit of style, also just a little bit of light protection as well. This does have two D-ring mounts, and it comes with the D-rings. Those are going to be fully welded through, and they bolt directly onto the frame horns, giving you tons of strength for recoveries. This also has a built-in winch mount. This is the area for the fair lead right here. So really a lot of different features that are built into this bumper, but Barricade is also known for building something high quality and packed full of features at a very fair price. So again, not going to break the bank, but a lot of features. This one falls right in the middle. This is a very popular bumper. My last pick is the Arctic Industries Nighthawk front bumper, and this is going to share a lot of the same features as the Barricade one. It's also missing a few, there's a little bit of a trade-off there, but what I really want to talk about with this bumper is going to be the quality of it. So first let's talk about the features. As I said, it has a few trade-offs with that Barricade bumper. The Barricade has a hoop across the top with some light mounts on it. This one of course does not have that hoop, but this one does have a spot for your factory fog lights, so a little trade-off there. This is going to have D-ring mounts, nice secure recovery point. This is going to have a winch mount with a fair lead, so it does have a lot of those features in common with the Barricade bumper that we just talked about. Now, where this really shines is going to be quality. This is an incredibly well-built bumper. As you can see, this comes without a finish on it. You're going to go and get this painted or powder coated, whatever color you want. You can go with a traditional black like a lot of the other aftermarket accessories, or if you want to do something a little crazy, color match or an accent color, you can do that as well. You have a lot of flexibility when the bumper comes to you uncoated. But again, this is all about quality. You can see in the welds, you can see in all the gussets, in the strength and the weight of this bumper. This is incredibly well built. This also has a few additional bends that at first, if you're really looking at them individually, don't seem like much, but they really do enhance the overall look of the bumper, giving it a little bit more style and making it seem as though it is a little bit of a higher end bumper, which it is. Again, this is going to be the most expensive bumper that we're going to talk about today, but I really do think it's worth it if you're looking for something that's incredibly high quality. So that's going to do it for this video where we talked about my picks for stubby front bumpers fitting your 07 to 18 JK. We talked about the Rugged Ridge XHD modular front bumper base, the Barricade Extreme HD stubby front bumper, and finally that Arctic Industries Nighthawk front bumper. Make sure you comment below. Let me know what you think about my choices. Make sure you let me know which bumper you're currently running on your Jeep or which one you're looking to install. Again, these are just my choices. There are a lot of choices out there. Also, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. That way you can check out all the other options for stubby front bumpers, as well as some of the best Jeep content out there.